Dude, and welcome back to Hanging Out with the Dudes. I'm your host, PC, and we're going to have another great show for you today. As always, though, let's go catch up with the dudes. We are, of course, missing Mr. Howard, man. Shouts out, let's in the chat. Where do you think Mr. Howard is? Is he on a quest? He's on a side mission? I've heard maybe he might be scuba diving for gold. I don't know. Like, he's been kind of MIA. Guys, where do you think he's at? What do you think he's doing on this Sunday at 9:30 Central Time, and everything else?
We're Nick Howard. He could be searching for those missing astronauts, that NASA just lost a couple days ago.
Yeah.
He could be up there. I've heard. Yeah, he just recently watched the movie Gravity and Interstellar. So, because he's watching movies all the time. Yeah, but he watches movies every day. But he could just be talking to Elon, getting to know how he can go up and save them.
I think it's a great answer too. Mr. P4, sir, do you have anything? Do you have any comments? Where do you think Mr. Howard is?
Gosh. It's a good question. I mean, we really don't get a lot of intel on this guy.
No.
It's a little late for a doctor's appointment. I know there's been some stuff recently, rashes and stuff that he's been talking to us about.
The West Nile virus. How about that?
Or
the monkeypox. Do you think he's got the monkeypox?
It's not a good one to get.
The mpox?
Yeah. That's
Kyle
a lot
just
of
got over a
questions.
bad case of it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Kyle, tell us
No, I
about
didn't.
what
How
can you
is- how
expect
is-
from monkeypox.
I actually had West Nile virus, actually. So.
Oh, really?
Similar.
Yeah.
Similar. It's on
Not-
either side. One's
Not really. One you get from a mosquito. One you get from
a mosquito.
A mosquito.
Sure,
From
sure.
mosquitoes.
but you can get
Kyle
other
likes to
ways
call them
too.
mosquitoes. It's his code.
Great start to the podcast already. The boys are going. It should be a great evening. Obviously, main man for Way Out West, P4 in the house, and Mr. K Stell here, sir.
Hello,
is
folks.
here as well. So we're just gonna kick right into it. There's no. What do you guys say?
I say I will fix my focus on my camera because I can't deal with me just focusing in and out all the time. It's so ridiculous.
I can't
And I'm
believe
just
your
nuts.
camera is moving
like,
so
hey,
much.
how's
So
it going?
How's it going?
Well, I don't know what's going on.
Ridiculous. But, so there's no basketball. Obviously, we're in the real dry, slow season of that. But we thought we would switch it up a little bit. And since Mr. Howard has been MIA, we thought we'd take over a little bit of football talk. Start off the evening. We had some huge, with one huge game, actually, for week 0. We finally got it back. P4, after a long-awaited offseason, have to go through the miseries of your Mets baseball. Football is finally back in the air, and I just want to know how your thoughts are on the pigskin flying through the air once again all the way through February.
We're going to win the Super Bowl. We being the New York Jets. New York football Jets. And I don't think there's anyone that can stop us. And I don't think it's particularly close. Huh?
Achilles, maybe the next one. At least
No,
it'll be
I
longer
think
than-
Tyrod. I think Tyrod can carry this team. Our running back stable's incredible, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't you guys pick up the kid from Florida State?
Yeah, Jordan Travis.
What
He's
about
actually
that
pretty
guy?
good.
That guy's a stud.
We'll see.
I know Tyrod. I know,
That leg
Much
injury was terrible.
crazy.
he did have a really bad injury, so he could be out for quite a bit. So
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, at
We
least
have
you
another couple kids.
hopefully Aaron Rodgers stays healthier than.
If
last
Aaron
year.
Rodgers stays healthy, then I don't think. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty good
Pretty difficult.
for them to be stopped. I think if Tyrod's there, they can play decent. I mean, we won games last year with Zach fucking Wilson. And fucking Tim Boyle. And Mike White just got cut by the Dolphins. He was on the Jets a couple years ago. Beat the fucking Bengals. I mean, now that this defense is looking the way that it does, Tack McKinley had 2.5 sacks yesterday. Will McDonald, Hassan Reddick. We don't even need Hassan Reddick. That's like extra sauce. Speaking of, you have the best corner in the NFL, Sauce Gardner.
Great,
Like that.
great transition there. Yep, get him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's going to stop the Jets. I think there's a couple other good teams. The 49ers are always kind of there. No team's ever three-peated. Um,
Yeah,
Kansas City. I mean, Zay Jones, we don't even know what he did. He got suspended 6 games.
yeah, that's crazy.
These, these Chiefs wide receivers keep on just doing whatever the fuck they want and getting away with everything.
I think it was okay. It was domestic
And we're
violence,
putting
but
Whitney
still.
fucking whoever the fuck on a pedestal. Who is this bitch?
T Swift.
Oh my god! What a joke! What a joke! It's the
Yeah,
NFL.
Taylor Swift called up all her lawyers and just gave them the Rashirais and said, "Listen, Roger, listen to me right now. Roger Goodell, if you take this boy out of this lineup, I will do worse than what January 6th looked like to your office. Do you understand me, Roger?" And Taylor Swift puts him back down by the coat, by the, by his coat, sits him back on the chair, and he sits there and he goes, "Yes, Miss Swift, I will. I will do what you say." So that's just kind of what happened.
Roger Goodell and Rob Manfred should end up on one of those super yachts in Italy. That just
that
gets
crashes.
blown to pieces from like. What was that? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Italian billionaire. He's hanging out in the 22 people on the yacht, and just out of nowhere, fucking tornado out of the water, boom, capsized, 22 dead. Never heard of before.
Because they control the weather.
Who's they?
The birds
Roger
are
and
watching.
Manfred.
All right, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come out with the podcast.
So great, yeah.
Me and Kyle are gonna have our own spin-off podcast on the Dudes in Sports Network.
It's gonna be
Called Who's They? And we're just gonna talk about them the whole time.
Make sure you get those pronouns right, though.
It is.
Yeah, you got it. You got them right. It's all that
Talking
matters,
about
right?
people,
But
a certain chosen people, maybe.
maybe we'll see.
Oh no, Kyle, get us out of this.
Freaking
Flip a Huey, get us out of here.
the Chiefs, man. Shout out New York Jets, I guess. They're in the AFC, but sorry, you got to go run through the Red Kingdom here. Mr. K. Steltzer, let's get your non-biased, honest opinion, right? Because we all know that that's how you roll about the Chiefs' chances of three-peating this year.
Well, right now the odds have it as pretty high for a team. Now I know they had it pretty high for the Pats a while. I don't really think it's that much of a chance, to be completely honest. The defense isn't as good as it was last year, I believe, in my personal opinion. Snead had his best season of all time. When you have one of the best corners in football, not the best, but one of the best at that point in time, and another all-pro nickel corner, and a really good backfield, and a great defensive line, and decent linebackers, you're going to absolutely have a chance to go and win the game, especially with Patrick on the team. Now, I know Patrick's probably going to have a better offense this season, but the real question is that defense going to be able to step up to the plate like they did last year? What corner is going to step up to the plate and fill that L'Jarius Sneed role? I don't think it's going to be anybody. I think you're going to see a lot more yards on this Chiefs defense. I think you're going to see a lot more points scored on this Chiefs defense. I think the Patrick Mahomes and them have to figure out how to score more points and not get bailed out by the defense like they did last season. So that's about all they have right now. But realistically, they do get to the playoffs, and I think they'll get to the AFC Championship game. Do they win it? Maybe. It's a higher chance. Now, do they win the Super Bowl? That's the chances that look very slim to me. They could make it. I would not be surprised if they make it. I will say I will be surprised if they win it, which is a very unbiased opinion. If they win it, very surprising.
Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, it'll be something. Obviously, it's never been done before. I would like to see it obviously to happen too, but I kind of have to agree with you. I think there's just too many good teams now in the AFC. If the Jets can stay healthy, the Texans are going to be really good.
The Bills, the Bills don't have
are-
a chance. By
The
the way,
Bills
the
don't.
Bills
Really.
don't have a chance.
The
They
Bengals
don't. They
will
have
be
no
good.
chance.
Just become betting favorites in the AFC East over the last couple days.
The Bills.
Who?
Jets,
Oh,
AFC
yeah.
East.
They should have. I would put Jacksonville over the Bills.
The Bills don't have anything really going.
Oh no, Jacksonville's in the South. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Miami's over. I put Miami over. Sorry, wrong Florida team. Miami over the Bills.
Right. Yeah,
The
that'll
Bills,
be,
they don't have
Miami will
anybody.
be interesting.
Miami's gonna have a really good offense again. There's just nothing else to it.
Yeah, it's just
They have a
speed
stud
on
running
speed
back.
on speed.
Their running back lineup's insane, and their of course the receivers are incredible. And two is he's an okay quarterback.
Yeah.
He could throw it.
Yeah. Let's just see if they can stay in it. But yeah, so we got a little bit of NFL. We'll go over some more NFL stuff maybe next week, something like that. We'll go over. I was kind of thinking for the fellas, just kind of talking about it, but going over fantasy football stuff like once a week for about 5 minutes. Just talk about your matchup, how you think your season's going, stuff like that. Maybe invite some of the dudes back on our fantasy football draft to come in and talk about the season, stuff like that. Just kind of some fun to get some more content out there for us. So we'll see about that. Hopefully starting next week. We'll maybe do a rundown of the dudes' teams that are here, and we can figure it out from there. But there was only one real big upset this week because there's only one big game out in Ireland. Seamus came out and was the guest speaker. Pat McAfee was drunk on ESPN. It was looked like a time and a half, but then what a hell of a football game to start off our college football season here with Florida State losing by a last-second field goal by Georgia Tech. Ended up winning that game. Did either one of you fellas get to see any of that game? And just if you had any thoughts on it?
I actually rewatched the entire game because I wasn't able to watch it. But it comes down to a couple factors that were very easy to understand. Florida State did not come to play, and Florida State thought they were too big for themselves. Florida State thought they could handle Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech was the better football team. That's about all there was to that win. Nothing else.
Yeah, the defensive line looked god awful. I mean, Georgia Tech just ran it down their throats. Like it was like
yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't
now, Georgia
even,
Tech.
Yeah. Wasn't anything fancy. It was just run. Like our offensive line is going to destroy you, and it was just 5 yards after 5 yards. Then they break it to 15, and it's just like it. It looked like the defense was all out of sorts. But we'll have to wait and see. P4, did you watch any of that, or no? Not really. Didn't get to catch any
I
of
was
it.
busy.
He's busy. He's always a busy guy. Time is
DJ's
money.
not very good though. I've heard.
Yeah, he's kind
How
of
do you
got
say his
some,
last name?
Yeah, let's try and
Ukulele.
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 I'm
Ukulele?
not even gonna try. Yeah, DJU, good enough. But
Played at Oregon State last year.
yeah, he did play pretty well last year. And then he was at Clemson his freshman year.
Yeah, he was a
transferred over
5-star
to-
recruit. He
Yeah,
was like the
yeah,
best quarterback prospect since the guy he replaced, who was fucking Trevor Lawrence.
yeah, this was really really good. Kind of a little tumble here. We'll have to wait and see. Top 10 already has a few changes coming. I'm sure Mizzou fans out there, they're jumping into that top 10 for them. So good for them, I guess. Without playing a game, you already get to move up a spot. But we'll have to wait and see. Next week, there's going to be a lot of games, a lot of really good games going on. I thought we could maybe pick some games for you guys, even though no knowledge. We'll do just so we have some games or whatever that are going to be pretty good this next week. You know what? We'll pick 3 of these because the other one's kind of iffy. But the first game I was gonna have you guys pick was the Georgia versus Clemson game. Just quick whip around. Georgia, obviously, great fan, really good football team out of the SEC, number 1 overall.
Where is it?
At Georgia. At Georgia, Clemson.
How
playing.
close is the stadium to campus? Are they driving to the game?
Oh, I
Are the
don't.
players
Are you
driving?
No, I don't think so.
Players wouldn't drive to the game?
I don't think so.
Then I'll take Georgia. Go Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is in Athens. This is
I don't
this
think-
place you don't really. Georgia doesn't really lose in Athens. The time they lose in Athens is when they're playing a really good Alabama, really good Auburn team, a really good powerhouse especially in the past 3 years. I'd go in Georgia too. This is an easy game. I know Clemson's got a ton of studs, but this is Athens. Now anything can happen, but this is a safe bet. Georgia Bulldogs. They're going to be barking, and I mean literally, they're going to be barking.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think we're going clean sweep across the board. I think I'm gonna take Georgia too. I think they're just gonna be too much in Athens. I mean, maybe if it was at Clemson,
We
they
gonna
stood
keep
a
track of
chance.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep track of it on a spreadsheet here. We'll keep track record wise, for our our.
Do you have to like pre-order mascot heads, or is that
That
like
we should do that though, because week 1 starts next week. You might as well do it.
I'm 107 years old.
Listen here, midget.
Go Bulldogs!
We got a clean sweep for the Bulldogs over the Tiger. Match number 2 is going to be the Miami Hurricanes, number 19th ranked in the nation, going up, or excuse me, down, not too far, to face the University of Florida at the University of Florida. Right now, the spread has it +2.5 or -2.5 Miami. So, boys, what you think? You think Miami's gonna come into the swamp and steal it away,
What
or
is the odds for the Georgia game? Are we picking against the spread? Can we add that into this?
we can add the spread? That's totally fine. The spread is
What was
13.5.
13.5, and who are they
Georgia.
playing? Clemson?
Clemson.
Hey, yeah. I don't really like Clemson this year, but that's a lot of points.
So
Still give me the Bulldogs. Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Let's go against the spread, and so like kind of
Yeah.
2 list.
Yeah,
right?
we can
Got
do
it.
that. We can have betting stuff odds. We can have it on a spreadsheet.
I'm
here.
with
We can show
people
it
on
every
that one.
week. I think we're
13's a
sweeping
lot.
that one. We're gonna. Yeah.
You going Georgia?
I'm going Georgia. I think they're gonna beat them more than 14. I think Georgia will beat them by more than 14 points in week 1. I don't think Clemson's gonna have enough.
They could. It's a possibility.
Hey, you gotta go. We gotta go a little bit of difference.
You don't get a fucking not pick a side.
I said Georgia, and then I'm going against the spread, like you.
What do you mean
I
against
think?
the spread? I'm taking Georgia, and I'm taking Georgia.
He's taking Georgia in the points.
Oh.
We're both taking
then
Georgia
I
in
won't,
the points.
I won't take Georgia in the points.
So you're gonna take Georgia, but not to beat them by
No.
14.
Not
Okay.
to cover the
No.
So
spread.
against.
I'll do money line Georgia. How about that?
Okay. So Kyle's got it. Not underneath.
All right, let me talk about Cam Ward, because I think that he can either be the Heisman candidate and the new Jaden Daniels, who's going to rise up draft boards and be a
Yeah.
top 10 pick, or he could be working at a Foot Locker somewhere in South Beach next year.
That is true.
I believe in Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward was really good at Washington State. I know he transferred to there as well, so wherever he was before that. But this is his big opportunity, and I'm a big fan of him. I'm also hammering Miami to win the ACC, especially after Florida State just lost to Georgia Tech. And as we just said, Clemson's got a pretty tough schedule. They are a good football team. But I'm liking Miami, the spread, the win, and to win the ACC this year. Go Canes.
Big statement there. Mr. K. Stelzer, what do you got? You gonna follow the path, or you gonna go something a little different?
I think my gut tells me to go for the Canes, but I think I'm just gonna go with my heart and say that the hometown SEC school is gonna win. I know Florida's got a lot of fans out there. They're gonna be pumping
Gainesville.
They're gonna be pumping a lot of noise in that
I think
stadium.
Tebow's going to be there.
For week 1, not being on ESPN anymore,
I bet
might
you
be.
Hernandez will be there.
No, he will
No, I
not.
will not be there.
Special guest Aaron Hernandez.
If that happens, then scrap my Miami. If Aaron Hernandez shows up to the Florida game, Percy Harvin.
There he is.
Fuck, if there's a fan wearing a Hernandez jersey, scrap my pick.
That will absolutely be a case. It's Gainesville, Florida.
I'm also gonna take.
Going-
I'm taking the swamp too, man. I'm taking the swamp. I think they're gonna come with this upset. I think it's gonna be a good. I'm gonna go against it as well. I think I'm gonna take Florida straight up, winning the game. I think it's gonna be a hell of a game. Should be really, really good. Game number 3.
38-31 Miami.
it won't be that high. It'll be 20. It'll be 24-21.
38-31 Miami. Book it.
24-21. Clip that. 24-21. Florida.
I'm not giving.
I was gonna say 6-2.
Game 3, Notre Dame, Texas A&M at Texas A&M. Notre Dame's the 7th team in the country. Texas A&M is the 20th. The spread is Texas A&M -3. What do you guys think? You think you take Texas A&M, or are you going to take Notre Dame in this one?
This is the Fighting Irish.
Is it
all
in
day
College
long.
Station? I was a Panther.
Yes.
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 Ooh.
This is gonna be Notre Dame's game. They're a very good team. If they aren't, then too bad. Then they've been like that for I think 3 years. We've been waiting for them to be really good. But I think this year, let's give them a shot. I'll give them a shot to beat the Aggies.
I get what you're going with, but it's kind of ass backwards logic, isn't it?
It is. But
Like, stick with the team until they lose, but they've been losing.
yeah, but I feel like there's always going to be that one time to do it. But
All right,
I'm not losing.
Notre Dame.
I can never in my life pick Notre Dame. I do not give a shit. I'm a hater.
Mateo's been being pretty cool on.
I think I heard he found his girlfriend.
No, he said he hasn't been on Google since then.
Oh, that's what that newsletter said. Oh, I thought he said he found
Yeah.
it. It's kind of like how the Juice is always looking over his shoulder to see if his murderer is right next to him.
He did,
Scared
he
to go
passed
out.
away, didn't he?
Yeah, shout out that, I guess.
OJ.
Yeah,
Cool.
sorry about OJ.
Sorry, OJ.
We'll
You're only
never know who
remembered
did
about we'll never know the killer.
it.
Never.
Oh, here he
He's
comes.
probably still in LA somewhere.
I'm taking College Station in Texas A&M. Give me the points too.
You're taking
Three.
a bunch of cult leaders, is what you're taking.
Three
Those guys are
points
cult.
is not enough to sway me to
Dun,
maybe
dun,
go
dun,
underneath,
dun,
but
dun.
I think it'll be Texas A&M winning in College Station. All right,
Cruise.
last one. We've got our missing in actions team, the LSU Tigers,
Go
taking on the USC Trojans at LSU. The line is LSU -4. Who do you got,
Who's
Alex?
their quarterback?
I don't know. If we had Nick on here, he'd be able to tell us right off the top of his hack. But we don't even know where he's at. I heard he might be actually trying to climb Mount Everest.
What?
Oh,
With that rash?
Ricky, I have no idea, man. He's a man of many talents, all right? Like,
God.
he just does
He's like
a
the
lot.
fucking David Goggins of video editing.
Yeah, exactly. There you got it. I don't know.
Except for the
AJ
fact that he couldn't
Swan,
do it,
I
so
don't
we
know.
had to do
who the heck-
live.
Who even is the starting? See, Nick, this is why we need you, bro. We can't have these questions taking up our time like this. Garrett
19, by the way.
Newsmeyer is what it's saying on here. I don't know. Maybe Nick Howard knows better, but Newsmeyer, I have no idea who the hell that is. But it's at LSU. Lions -4. What do you guys got?
Whatever. Sure.
Wait.
No, I go Trojans. Fight on.
You're doing with Trojans over LSU over
Fight
Nick
on.
Howard's. Nick Howard, he does not hate P4. Zero faith in the LSU Tigers. None.
Fight
Zero.
on.
He thinks they're going to be
Hey,
terrible
can
in
anyone
the
name
SEC.
a fucking USC quarterback in this chat?
I don't know. Probably not.
Any. Name one, Kyle. This was a smarter dumb
who's in
question.
the chat? Oh, is this a question for me?
Yes, this was a smarter
Sam
dumb
Darnold.
question 2 weeks ago.
Sam Darnold. Sam
another.
Darnold, baby. Other than Caleb Williams?
There you go. There's two. PC, throw one in there.
Jane Daniels?
Oh my
That's
No,
all I know.
USC.
Oh, USC.
God.
I'm
To
dumb.
LSU and Arizona State. USC. Trojans. Sam Darnold, Caleb Williams, two most recent.
I can't remember. I can't remember any of them.
Mark
Lost
Sanchez.
Mark
I'm a lost
Sanchez,
cause.
yeah, Jets.
I'm a lost
Jets
cause.
guy.
Carson Palmer.
Though I lost cause.
Palmer.
Carson
Forgot.
Palmer. Matt Leinart.
No. Yeah,
What? Matt Leinart.
Yeah. We're no more USC Trojans quarterbacks.
Are you doing USC or are you doing LSU, K-Stel?
What?
Are you doing LSU or USC?
LSU, go Tigers, roar.
I got LSU, but I don't have them getting the points. I think they'll win by 3, not 4. So I'm going to take LSU points. So keep track of that. We'll have a record going. Maybe we'll throw in a little bit of a wheel of punishment. Maybe about halfway. Maybe see what we can do. Maybe we'll throw something
Because
a
I
little bit more
picked
fun.
Gainesville to be louder than it was.
Yeah, 'cause
And Aaron Hernandez to rise from the grave.
The Undertaker style.
No. Coming straight from the underground. Because he ain't coming from up top. Alright, guys, see you later.
Just kidding, you're not done with us. Yes, now we're going to go move on to the man who's got the MMA talk and the UFC talk, Mr. P4, main man for Way Out West. Did you watch any of the fights? How are the fights this week?
I did not. I was at the Seahawk game watching the Cleveland Browns take on the Seattle Seahawks. I saw Jameis Winston play football live. DTR had a couple good throws. Seahawks look interesting with Mike McDaniel. Also saw 7 Cleveland Browns fans there. And I told this in the group chat. Gentlemen, 7 for 7. Every Cleveland Brown fan had a neck tattoo.
Wow.
Very exciting.
That's
Cleveland,
true character.
Cleveland. That's all I have to say about that. What are we talking about? UFC? Yeah.
Burn, Big River.
Cannonier had a
burn
nice
on.
fight. The main event was really good.
Oh, he's a baller, but fucking Barao. These nerd UFC fighters,
Yep.
MMA guys sitting out of this gym in Brazil. They're, what, now 19-0 in the UFC between these, like, top 5 fighters out of this gym? Let's start at the top of the card. Wang Kong. Whoa, this lady, she came in swinging. Fastest bantamweight debut in UFC history, and she didn't get knocked out. She was the one knocking people out, so that's pretty cool.
Best, yeah.
Because
That's pretty good.
that's like what
That's
Kyle's
what I would do.
I'm the fastest, but it's always like for a bad thing. Joaquin Cavanetti beat Josiah Nunez split decision. Russian guy got a split decision victory. Surprise, surprise. Zachary Reese, unanimous decision, USA. Francis Marshall, split decision over Dennis Bukazaya. Edmund Shabaya got submitted by Gerald Marchant. Michael Morales had a crazy KO. I did see this clip. Neil Magny, who's kind of the gatekeeper for the 170 division, and I put him against the cage, how he typically does with his wrestling thing. I don't know what Kyle's doing. And, puts him up against the cage. Morales, Michael was able to get out of it with a spinning elbow right on the temple. It was an incredible shot. And then beat up Magny with a little bit of ground and pound. So that was pretty incredible. Then we had Mario and Santos versus Khan Offley. I believe that was the crazy knockout, right?
Yeah.
That was the crazy one.
Yeah.
So it says it was a title fight. I think it was for the Dana White or the Ultimate Fighter or something. It was one of those UFC things. And I don't know. I think he got disqualified. And I also think it was an early stoppage. I think Offley, can we show the clip? I think Offley was going for an Imanara roll and was going to get him in a heel hook. But Santos ended up hitting him in the back of the head. Square. He was slumped over like this. With one hand, grabs the top of his forehead, pushes it back, and with the other hand is pounding on the back of his head for 2 or 3 good shots.
Yeah, they were nice shots, too. It was not like...
And I was like, that's a DQ, right? You can't hit him in the back of the head. But I guess he'd already knocked him out, so that doesn't really matter. Ryan Loder got a win over some Swedish guy. Ricci, she's hot. She beat Angela Hill. Unanimous decision. Back to Barral against... Cannonier. Where does Cannonier go from here? Does he fight like Apollo Costa again? Does he stick around? I mean, he's old. He probably just lost his chance at a title run. I think he's almost 40, if not 40 plus.
Yeah, Is there anybody like that's down? Like he could like help, like maybe boost up if he beat him and.
Bo Nickel. But fucking Cannoneer, I know you just lost to this kid. We're gonna feed you to the wolves. Hamzat, I don't know. There's a lot of guys. Jack Della Maladena.
Yeah. Man, yeah, that sucks for him. He just.
Yeah. I mean, middleweight's a tough division right now.
Yeah.
Izzy, you want to redo him and Izzy?
No, because he. No.
I'm tired of Izzy.
He'll fight New Zealand.
Tired.
Izzy wants to fight New Zealand. Cannoneer doesn't care.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's so many options for him, though. I mean, but.
What do we have coming
Tough
up?
loss.
Burns versus Brady. Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. That's coming up in a couple weeks. 9/7, so that's 2 weeks. Right? Yeah.
Yep, that's the next fight week or whatever, because there's nothing over Labor Day.
Jessica Andrade, Natalia Silva, Steve Garcia, Kyle Nelson. Trevor Peak is fighting. Ryan Spann over St. Peru. Is this at the Apex? Probably.
It's a fight.
Santos. Andre Lima, he's pretty good. Felipe Dos Santos. That'll be a good fight on the early card. Probably early prelims. But yeah, I think there's some good fights coming up. Then obviously the next pay-per-view, Sean O'Malley, Murad
It's at the
Divashelli.
Apex.
Figures. So yeah, we got some good stuff coming up. UFC, we had good fights this weekend. Let's keep rocking and bet responsibly, bet within your means. Don't drink and drive.
What a guy. So we go from people punching each other to people smacking baseballs. K Steltzer, we got a playoff race. Talk about a little bit. You got some stuff for the MLB for us? We're getting down to the wire.
30 games. 30 games left. This is where this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. And a lot of people who watch the sport for fun and don't really have a team, they're enjoying this. I know P4 is probably having a lot of tough times. The Royals are
close.
They're closer than the Cardinals. I mean, they're 2.5 games back from a not good Braves team. Let's talk about our teams real quick. Just talk about them real quick.
Santos is the best player in baseball. And he makes Bobby Witt Merrifield Jr. look like a scrub.
Other than that, what are your expectations right now for the end of the season? Like realistically, P4.
Mets make a playoff spot and they
do they? Who do they?
Padres. They can beat most of the NL teams, I think, in a playoff series.
Yeah, I know that, but how are they going to get there? Like, are they taking a spot from the Braves? Is that because that's the only option they have?
I hope so.
The Braves, because right now the
Padres can fall apart as well.
They're so good. Their pitching is phenomenal.
Yeah, they just got smoked by the Mets too.
Yeah, but then they.
So if they're going to play shit teams, I know the Mets have kind of a tough schedule coming down the pipe, but
they do, and I think you guys get the Braves because the Braves lost Austin Riley, and who else is playing good for this Braves team? Nobody. Marcell Ozuna, that's it, and their pitchers. Chris Sale is having an unbelievable year. He could possibly win the Cy Young Award. I don't know. Like that is the closest.
It's the Mets and the Braves. They've really separated themselves. That's going to be one.
Because what the Padres are like 5.5 games up. It's a lot of ground to cover.
The Padres are only
2.5.
2.5. Well,
the only issue is that the Braves only play the Mets the second to last series of the season, which is not okay. It's when you're in these situations, you have to go against your teams you're chasing. So I think the Mets can make it.
They have to beat up
they
on
got
these
the
shit
players.
teams. They have to fucking buckle down and
They
play
do.
goddamn October baseball right now and just beat the shit out of these teams.
You gotta beat the Sox. Like, you have to sweep the Sox.
You do get the Sox coming up.
You can't do these like little 2-1 series. Go for a couple fucking sweeps, gentlemen.
Boston Reds.
You got to get on a roll.
Jays,
You got to get on a roll.
Phillies
It's
at
your
the end
only
of the
option.
year too.
Listen,
You play the
I,
Phillies.
Frankie
a
Lindor may be
lot.
the best shortstop in the
Holy
NFL.
shit.
he
I think
is. He
he is.
absolutely is the best shorts. He's the best player in. He's the best player in the NL. There's no one.
Shohei?
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. I don't. Shohei is a hitter. He's a DH his entire time, and we knew that. We knew that. And his team is phenomenal.
Clean with the glove.
Yeah, no. It makes no sense. We'll talk about now. That was one of my talking points. Is who's the NL MVP, and it's absolutely gonna be. First of all, I don't understand why we go through all these talking points.
Or not?
Well, the Mets have to make the playoffs.
Okay,
they have to make the playoffs.
I agree with that.
If they don't, then it's Shohei. That's a very easy path to take.
Okay, what about if the Royals lose their spot to the Red Sox?
Bobby Witt's not making. He's not winning the MVP.
It's going to be
not
Aaron
happening.
Judge.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron Judge is on pace. He has 50 home runs in August. There's just no way Bobby Witt Jr. has to do something that he has never done before, and he's already done a lot of things that nobody's ever done before in a month. So our expectations for Bobby can't be like that. The team's already playing decently well.
We just want to have a wild card spot.
So the Mets are. We'll figure it out. They have to beat up on bad teams. They have to not get swept. They have to take a couple. They have to have a winning streak. Is what they need.
That Diamondback series coming up.
That Diamondback series is going to be tough because the Diamondbacks are.
That's what they play next.
Being 9-6 in their last 15 games and just doing that shit the whole season isn't going to work anymore. You got to put together. You got to. Whatever, 13-2 maybe. 11-4 is a little rough. Like you have to have a winning month. This next 30 games you have to have. Well, that's a guarantee. I'm saying that we got to be much over 500. You got to be like playing 800 baseball, 900 baseball coming up.
Well, the Braves won't be playing that, but I understand.
That's what I'm saying you got to beat them by 2.5 games. Fuck.
Mets have their options. The Cardinals. Nick Howard's not here. He's given up on the Cardinals, as he should have. I don't know why we had thoughts in the Cardinals. We wanted to, but we shouldn't have. PC, what? Did you see the Royals game the past 2 days?
I didn't get to watch a ton. I saw that they got killed. I mean, okay, look. I'm good as a Royals fan. I know, like, everyone wants to make the playoffs, and I would love to make the playoffs. I'm not saying that. But for the last 8 years, we haven't been anything. Like, we lose 100 games every single season, but getting to this point right now has been really great. I would love a playoff spot. I think we can still make a playoff spot, but like, if it doesn't end up happening, but they kept me interested in baseball throughout the entire month when normally I wouldn't watch them. So like, yeah, I want them to make a playoff, and I see like if they play really well, I think they can maybe make it there. I mean, the Phillies, yeah, they got killed by the Phillies. Like, I don't think they're gonna do anything in the playoffs if they make the playoffs, but I mean, being in the hunt for at least once in this last strand has been awesome. So we'll have to wait and see, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough watching the Royals this week because a lot of fans go out there and they go, well, a good team beat up a team that didn't play well, which I understand. That's how sports work. If you don't play well and a good team plays well, the good team normally wins, and they win by a lot. The issue I have right now is that our manager, who thinks analytics and all of this stuff is going to find a way to, save the bullpen. I understand that we're trying to save spots for a long week. We play 9 games in 8 days. That's not good for a team that's trying to hold a spot. We have 4.5 games up against the Boston Red Sox. Now, thankfully, Boston sucks. They're sucking so bad right now. We knew that. The issue is the only way this Royals team doesn't make the playoffs is if they have a catastrophic failure. And they are playing teams that will probably give them that chance to do that because and I've been saying this for a while, and a lot of people go, this is not how it is. This team is young, and they will fall down on their hands and knees when things don't go their way, like their starting rotation not playing well. When that happens, they have no idea how to play baseball. And I'm sick and tired of seeing Dairon Blanco and Garrett Hampson in my lineup. It is unbelievable. I don't understand why we do this. I don't understand why we do this. Just because a lefty is up there, why do we have to put in a righty bat who is not good? He's been 180 since the All-Star break. And he's not good defensively. Just put Kyle Isbell. It doesn't really matter. The Phillies had 12 base hits today.
Yeah.
9 in the first 5 innings. 5 of them were infield hits. So yeah, it just didn't go the Royals' way. But the Royals should make the playoffs. And I understand that we can be happy because they were bad last year, but it's past that now. It is past that. They have proven over and over, and Bobby Witt Jr. is too good of a baseball player for this team, not to just only go to the playoffs, but to make noise. He's too good of a baseball player. It's just that's just how it works. No one's gonna go, oh, remember that one Royals team that came back and went to the playoffs and lost in the wild card round? No one's gonna care.
Yeah.
I'm not going to settle for just having a team go to the playoffs now. This is the moment where you have to beat bad teams. All right? I don't want to just go 500 against bad teams and lose 11-3 in 2 days in a row and then get to the playoffs, measly your way to the playoffs, and then just get smoked by the Twins. It just won't happen. So I do have issues with the Royals, and hopefully they figure it out because Bobby Witt Jr. is too good of a baseball player. If this team didn't have a Bobby Witt Jr. playing like he is right now, then maybe I'd be on this similar level where it's like, it's okay. But he's too good. We have to figure it out.
You already got him under contract. It's like
but this is. But
what's he gonna do?
Is he going to have a better season than this year?
Probably.
No.
Just waste away. It's not the first time you guys have done that with a prospect.
That's the issue, is I don't want to waste this guy's talent. Anyways, other talking points, the AL Central division's in a fight. The Twins are really good. Cleveland sucks. And the Royals will play good, and then they'll play like awful teams. The Yankees and the Orioles are in a fight. The Yankees are really good at baseball, and it pisses me off because they get every single commercial marketing everywhere on their team because they have Aaron Judge, who's really good, and they have Juan Soto, who's also really good. He will be top. The Yankees are going to have 2 players in the top 3 MVP talks this year. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, luckily enough, their bullpen is garbage, and the rest of their lineup is dog crap. And Jazz Chisholm is going to probably break his arm or something and mess it all up. P4, I had this to say. It's probably not going to make any sense. Do you think the Mariners have a chance?
No.
To come back? No,
it's over.
This is a pitching lineup, a rotation that is, we've never seen a pitching rotation this good, and they are not going to even sniff the playoffs. Just unbelievable. And I'm glad they fired that guy and didn't even tell him because he's a garbage coach. He's garbage.
Scott.
His team is batting .216. Are you kidding me? And I don't want to hear this crap about the T-Mobile is some pitcher-friendly park. I don't care. Figure it out. Mariners, I said this at the beginning of the season, that your owner and your general manager is expecting 80 wins. And that's what you guys are on pace for because you're settling. The NL, the Mets are 2.5 games back. We talked about that. Can the Dodgers hold on to an NL West lead? Which basically means are the Arizona Diamondbacks going to come back? And, dude,
No,
Arizona's so good. They're playing so good. Have you seen their record since the All-Star break? They may not have double-digit wins.
Cash spent per win. It's gotta be
The
like
Dodgers are,
1,000 to like a couple tens of thousands or a couple millions to tens of thousands.
Yeah.
and a lot of those players that even the Diamondbacks picked up in the offseason aren't even producing that much. Like, what is Rodriguez doing? I don't see him. Is that Jordan Montgomery guy doing anything worthwhile? I know Zach Gallen's playing. That's it for the MLB. It's gonna get ugly. It's not like, oh, I'm so excited. This is where now I am in a position, especially with P4, who has a really good baseball team he likes, and they should make the playoffs. But there's just times I watch him and I go, how? How does this happen? How does the polar bear just not figure it out sometimes? How does he not know how to watch a pitch? And Lindor is trying his best to keep this team alive.
Oh my gosh, he needs to be captain next year.
That's what I got for MLB.
So does that mean it's time for our favorite time of the night? Everybody's favorite time. You know what it is? Mr. Howard again. I think I heard he may be ice fishing for whales in Argentina or something like that. I can't quite remember. But he again is not joining us.
Ice in Argentina.
Ice in Argentina, man. You never heard of that? There's ice in Argentina right now. Not really. I
Is
just
that
made
because of the billionaires?
Yeah, that's their global. There's no more global warming. It's global freezing. There's going to be another ice age. But I've got the screen for us for our scoreboard. Obviously, Mr. Howard, sir, has 0 points. The current score is K-Stel is winning with 3 points. I am in second with 2 points, and Nick Howard has 1 point. So we have, again, our 5 questions for today, and then next week will be the finale to see who will be crowned the new host and who will be spinning the wheel. So, Mr. P4, sir, take it away.
All right. So I was thinking, and a lot of my questions have been history. We're going to see if you guys have been paying attention to recent sports. So these are going to be some mostly current stats and see if you guys know what's up. Question number 1. Are we ready, gentlemen?
We are.
Aaron Judge has 107 RBIs, which leads the MLB. Only one other hitter in the MLB has over 100 RBIs this season. Who is it?
Oh no, my marker's not working. I got another one.
5 seconds.
Got it.
Pencils down, boards up.
I had no idea.
Bobby Witt and J-Ram. Jose Ramirez. J-Ram is correct,
Gosh
Kyle.
dang it! I never would have gotten that. Okay, I don't know why.
Bobby's you know who's number 3 is?
I thought that would have been way too easy.
Marcel Ozuna's number 3. You know who's number 4?
Who?
The
Vinny Pasquantino.
The Pasquatch with 91.
Wow.
Oh no, 93.
He has 90. I looked right before the pod. I think he has like high 90s.
Oh no, like 96 maybe. I think I keep just jumping up.
Might be.
I think it's
All right,
96.
let's talk about some football. We watch any preseason games?
Ah!
A little bit maybe. Here or
Who
there.
is the leader in preseason passing yards? Do we have answers?
I
Yes.
got mine.
All right, flip them. Jason Bean and Bo
Oh, yeah.
Nix. Jason Beam?
Bean.
Who's that?
He's the old KU quarterback. He's like the third stringer for the Colts.
Trey Lance.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I never would have gotten that.
By kind of a lot. He threw for like 330 yards yesterday.
That's the craziest stat line I've ever
But
seen.
he also threw 5 interceptions.
I said Jason Bean because I saw a tweet and it was like Jason Bean was like number 1 for like a ton of categories. So I just assumed one of those was yards.
Killing it right now in the game. Zach Wilson's like playing out of his fucking mind.
Right
He
now.
has 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
All right, let's stick with
Trash
football.
these games.
Who's the leader in preseason rushing yards?
Oh my goodness.
Couple good running backs. Maybe a wide receiver on a jet sweep. Quarterback scrambling. Some rookies.
I have no idea again.
Dude, this is just a funny answer.
Nick Howard's getting really lucky with us not knowing any of these answers.
Nick Howard wouldn't even know it, bro.
We ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see it. Bo Nix and Blake Corum. Kyle, I like the idea. It's Trey Lance again.
Oh, wow.
Trey Lance leads the NFL in passing and rushing yards this preseason.
How much did he rush for? Like,
He had 90 yards last game.
that's the most?
Well, I don't know. Frank Gore Jr. has the second most, and I think he's behind
he a
by
Cle-
20 or 30 yards.
Isn't he a Cleveland Brown?
He's a Buffalo Bill.
Okay.
All right. I'll give you guys a hint on this one. It's not Jason Bean. Leader in preseason rookie passing yards. What rookie has the most passing yards in the preseason? Is there a rookie that's playing a lot? Put up a bunch of stats. Undrafted first rounder. Who plays a lot in the preseason? Guy trying to make the team. Guy who's already made the team.
Dude. I don't really pay attention to how many times someone is playing. These are just guesses, man. PC can just get one out of nowhere. He just has Caleb Williams listed right on that board is what he's got.
Do I?
All right. What are we thinking, gentlemen?
No, I just went with my old reliable.
Bo Nix. Jaden
Daniels.
Jake Plummer. Jack Plummer.
Never would have gotten that.
His son.
What?
The
The
Carolina
son?
Panthers.
He's for what? What's he? Who's number 2?
Who's number 2 in rookie?
Yes.
I think it's Adrian Martinez, the undrafted free agent the Jets got.
Oh yeah.
He was
Gosh,
pretty
I forgot.
high.
It's like the young guys that are just.
Yeah, it's the guys who are
been
going to
there
make
for,
it. Skylar
Oh.
Thompson is going to play more than fucking Bo Nix.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched any preseason at all.
All right. I do have a bonus point on this, and I'll give it to you guys just because you're stinking.
Yeah, I'm terrible at this game.
FanDuel betting odds. Longest shot to win the Super Bowl. Extra point if you can get the odds. Who's the long shot this year? According to FanDuel, not sponsored. What's the odds? Another couple seconds. All right. Let's see it, gentlemen. Giants plus 10,000. Carolina Panthers plus 100,000. It is your New England Patriots at plus 30,000.
I suck at this game, bro! I'm
Wait.
so bad!
You're the
Nick
best.
Howard has missed 2 weeks! 2 weeks! And he can still win the goddamn thing!
I have a question. Where is the Carolina Panthers?
Are you shocked?
Where are the Carolina Panthers?
Why are they not? How
The New
is
England
it?
Patriots, bro?
How is it that New England
Whatever.
is
This game
is
sucks,
below
bro.
the
Whomever
Panthers?
made this game is a dumbass and never should make another game.
I
ever
need to
again.
know this immediately because the fact that Carolina is not
Sucks
the
so
last
bad.
is pretty. Whoever's in Vegas either had way too much blow, or they are diehard Carolina fans. Because there's just no way. I don't believe it. Their team did not get better.
Congratulations, Nick. I'm still only 1 point in front of you going into next week.
Is Drake made that bad?
Kyle's only 2-3 points.
2. And there's 10 questions, dude. This
Three,
is,
yeah.
Panthers
It's
are tied
everybody's
with the
game.
Broncos at second to last at plus 25,000.
The Panthers are tied with the Broncos at what,
Yeah.
7?
And plus 25,000.
Oh my gosh.
And the New York Giants are plus 15,000, tied with the Tennessee Titans.
Wow. Man, they just don't like Will Levis.
Guess not.
Guess we'll have to
Then
wait
you
and
have the
see on the
Commanders,
football
the
season.
Raiders, the Saints, the Vikings, the Cardinals,
wanna
Buccaneers,
spin the wheel
Seahawks,
again.
Colts, Steelers, Jags, Chargers,
Stunning.
Bears, Browns, Rams, Falcons, Dolphins, Packers, Jets, Cowboys, Bills, Bengals, Texans, Eagles, Lions, Ravens, 49ers, and your Super Bowl favorite at plus 550 is your defending two-time Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs.
Go figure. Any hints for the finale since we're actually on here? And I heard that Nick Howard was scuba diving for the Loch Ness Monster in Michigan Lake somewhere.
Um,
Or are you just gonna leave it to leave this to the dogs?
no hints. What's the score?
Kyle has 4 points. I have 2. Nick has 1.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous.
I'm
That's so
terrible
fun.
at this game. I've never been good at this game. I made myself the host once so I could be host once.
Wow.
That's okay. We still got a lot of game left. I just can't lose. That's all. Let's do my studying. Main man for Way Out West, got any final words for the people?
Not really. Football's going good. We'll see the Jets play. We'll see the Mets play. NCAA's going pretty good. I think we're top 10 now. The Auburn Tigers in my freshman year we're 6-1, winning in the all. I think we're 4-0 in the ACC or in the SEC. So, go Pirates and goodbye, folks.
Okay, Steltzer, we got to pick it up in this
Like,
SmackDown,
subscribe,
man.
donate via super chat down below. If you want to sponsor us, sponsor us.
CTE ESPN.
College football starts Thursday. A real game starts Saturday. And NFL starts
Next Friday.
Next Thursday.
next Thursday.
There's a game on Friday too.
Yeah, it's
Game on
Green
Friday.
Bay Eagles in Brazil.
And then not this next Sunday, but the following Sunday, we get our Red Zone, joy of just sitting and watching and doing nothing. So, excited. Baseball is exciting, at least for some teams in this chat. We'll see. Hopefully the Mets make it. I don't want to see the Braves make it. And I guess at the end of the day, the Royals just got to make not the World Series, goodness, the playoffs. So, sorry about that, Cardinals. It was, you tried.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for the dudes here today. Like, subscribe, come check us out every Sunday night, 9:30 CT. It's 9:30 CT, 7:30 Western Time, Pacific Time.
Pacific.
Pacific. We'll see you.
It's not the Pacific Ocean, it's the Pacific Ocean.
The Pacific Ocean.
See you.